Legendary investor Warren Buffett is excited about real estate investing, and that's today's show. Let's dive into it. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris. I've rehabbed thousands of homes. I'm a longtime real estate investor, and this show is all about building passive income. And the vehicle that we use is buy and hold real estate. We rehab our properties, we place great tenants in those properties, and we want to hold them for the rest of our lives. And this whole channel is devoted to helping you do that and to live out a life that you really, really want. So that's what this whole channel is all about. Today we're going to talk a little bit real estate news. Now, you've maybe heard me talk here on the show a little bit recently about some of the big time investors and what they're doing in the space of real estate. Well, Warren Buffett, of course, I don't know if there's probably one investor who you should know about, it's Warren Buffett, right? The billionaire, the multi-billionaire, one of the smartest investors of all time, the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, the Oracle of Omaha, as he has long been known as. He's been always a safe investor, and he never invests in things that he doesn't understand. That's one of his old adages. Well, he's recently, in the past few years, started to dive deep into real estate investing. And I wanted to analyze some of his deals recently. And I wanted to analyze and kind of understand more about what he's doing and why this is so important. And, there's a lot of experts right now, soothsayers, who are saying that we're seeing some trouble in the stock market. I've talked about this here on the show. We've had some experts on our show to talk about the coming volatility. Number one, we're looking at volatility out of China and the Chinese bond market, where the Chinese government is actually buying up its own stock in order to keep the country afloat. That's trouble. There's a lot of debt in China right now. We're also noticing that there's big troubles in the Eurozone. Of course, we saw, what unfolded with the Brexit, and we see some other areas with countries with a lot of debt, Greece and others. We're seeing trouble in Japan. We're seeing a lot of problems in the Japanese market. Where everyone is looking is the United States. And one of the most stable areas of investment for a lot of these investors is in the real estate sector. So Warren Buffett devoting himself right now to really educating himself on real estate over the past 3 years. And the big news over the past few weeks is that Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company, has now invested a huge sum of money, nearly $400 million, into a real estate investment company. Now, this was a few years in the making. Now, what did he do? Well, he and his team analyzed the holdings. They looked at meetings. They got tight with the company to figure out what exactly they were investing in. The company was called Storehouse, and they own a lot of real estate across the country in the form of restaurants, commercial properties, some different companies actually, and some residential real estate as well. And so Warren Buffett went all in on this company. He called him up just a few weeks ago and says, we'd like to make an investment. So $377 million invested in Store Capital, which is an Arizona-based company in Scottsdale, but they own real estate all across the country. So actually, they don't own very much in Scottsdale at all. They own a lot of properties around the country, and they bought it for about they bought it for about $22. They bought it for about $2, and it skyrocketed. Of course, it was an investment trust, so it skyrocketed. But I want to kind of analyze a little bit what else he's doing, because it's not just about this company. I didn't realize that Warren Buffett has been devoted to real estate, or really kind of diving deep into real estate. And when he's talking about that, he's really bullish on it. He's excited about the real estate market right now because the real estate in the United States is been fantastic, because we're seeing appreciation. We're also seeing stability. We're seeing long-term growth. And this is great news for us as real estate investors. If Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, sees real estate as a real valuable part of his portfolio. He thought that real estate was undervalued in his portfolio. So by buying 10% of Berkshire Hathaway stock, is now invested in real estate from this one portfolio. It's pretty incredible. And guess what? He now owns a portion of 1,700 properties. With that one purchase, he now owns 1,750 properties in 48 states. I mean, think about that for a second, right? Some of us may be struggling to just get our first property. He just in one fell swoop buys 1,700 of them in 48 states. Pretty remarkable. So let's dive into a little bit of some of his other holdings, because I was fascinated about this. So Berkshire Hathaway's other holdings include Home Services of America, which is the second largest U.S. residential real estate brokerage. Clayton Homes, great name, by the way, Clayton Homes, but they make manufactured housing. And he has also, that's in Omaha, the Omaha, Nebraska-based conglomerate also has more than 90 other business units. So I'm excited about it. I think this is an incredible move from buying properties. What's amazing is that now he adds thousands of properties to his portfolio. He already owns a whole slew of residential properties. He's also now vested in new home construction, new home manufacturing, which is really telling. Now, just pause there for a moment. If you don't take anything else away from this video today or this audio, I want you to think about Warren Buffett investing in real estate in such a way that he is excited about new construction. Now, what did we report here on the show before? We talked about new construction starts, new home starts in this country are up significantly. However, not bubble up. What does that mean? Well, back before the bubble, we saw about 2.5 million new homes popping up. Why? Because at the time, we knew that these new homes popping up, a lot of individuals could get mortgages for pennies on the dollar. They could go in there for 100% financing. They didn't even have to have a job. They didn't have to have income. They could just go in and get a mortgage and get a brand new $400,000 home, right? We saw police officers and firefighters buying $500,000 homes in California. It was insane. Insanity, right? So we saw about 2.5 million new homes being built. Right around now, we're seeing about 1.5. So a little over half, but at a healthy pace, according to the experts, because the people that are buying these homes actually can afford them. They're getting mortgages based on their income, based on their employment. We're seeing other businesses hiring right now. We're seeing companies starting to spend money on their own internal infrastructure. So buying new computers, new office equipment, those types of things, and trying to hire. If there's one weakness right now in the U.S. economy, it's over the ability of finding quality labor. In the United States, for instance, I read an article in the Wall Street Journal the other day about a manufacturing company that makes lawnmowers, and they have the money to hire people. They are expanding because the demand is up for their lawnmowers, but guess what? They can't find the skilled labor. They're having a difficult time finding skilled labor to fill those jobs. So we have a lack of skilled labor in the United States. So a lot of these apprenticeship programs that we're hearing from the Trump administration could be really valuable to helping turn this economy and keep it fueling and going. That could be really exciting. Apprenticeships are valuable. So I'm excited about this. I think this is great news that Warren Buffett is getting more heavily vested into real estate investing. I've always seen him as a safe investor, a smart investor, and the fact that he has just put 10% of his company into real estate investing is super exciting for us. But if you've got money in the stock market, maybe a little nerve-wracking, I suppose. So there you go. Warren Buffett, deep diving real estate and his company at Berkshire Hathaway. I'd love to hear your thoughts about Warren Buffett's latest move into real estate, or his extended move into real estate, I should say. Please leave a comment below if you're watching this on video. Please also subscribe and share this with any loved ones out there that you think would benefit from learning about how to get involved in real estate investing. We try to publish great shows here on the channel in order to bring you as much value as we can. I try to watch the news as much as we can to learn about tips and tricks in the industry. Also, great strategies for you to go out there and employ and take action and start building true wealth for you and your family. We kind of give you all of the tools of the trade here, from raising private money, how to save money on taxes, how to leverage your properties, all of that we're trying to give away for you for free, so you can have all these tools in front of you. Treat them as sort of like a mini college education, I hope. Anyway, we'll see you next time, everyone, here on the show. Until then, go out there, take action, and become a real estate investor. Much love to you all.